Okay, now we're going to get into the etymology of black, right? The root wording of what they actually meant when they first came up with this word, right? So, like I said, we didn't have no connection with creating this word or defining ourselves. You know what I'm saying? This was placed upon us. We believed it. We ran with it. We hold this frequency. We're holding this spell that's being casted over us. But what we need to do is look at the etymology of what black actually is. Now, when you see absolutely dark, absorbing all light, color of soot or coal, to burn, gleam, shine, flash, burn, scorch, blaze, glow, you know what I mean? To shine, flash, burn. Same root produced Old English black, bright, shining, glittering, pale. Black is being associated with pale. So fire, bright. So what we need to understand is that things are backwards. You know what I'm saying? White and black is backwards. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to understand. Now, this is the correct term. You know what I'm saying? This is the correct terms of what this word means. Not what you just think it means. Not what they just told you it means. You know what I mean? So this stuff is like a spell. You know what I mean? Now, right now, I could create a fake page and with a white picture on it and say fuck all black lives. And instantly, I'm going to be able to control these people's minds that's connected to the spell casted with black. You know what I'm saying? I can make a page with a white person, say fuck all black lives matter, and I'll be able to get people out of their mind. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to control them. All they gonna see is a white person saying that, and they gonna go off. I can intentionally do this to reroute them. I can stop whatever plans they got going just by inciting this goddamn fuck Black Lives Matter slur towards them. I control them. It's a spell. You don't even think. They wouldn't even think. All they do is see a white dude saying fuck Black Lives. They're going to go off. That's a spell. That's not you. You're not black. Well, if you want to be, you're going to have to associate yourself with the trauma of the history they gave you. You know what I'm saying? The love and hate, these two different vibrations, you know what I'm saying? Love, peace, you know what I'm saying? Anxiety. You can't have love and peace within you when you have anxiety. It cancels. You got to have one or the other. That's why I said we got to break out of this whole Black Lives Matter, because you're waking up in a vibration that's creating more lack versus waking up feeling complete. I'm my DNA. I'm not no goddamn title. I don't give a damn what picture you put up, who you associate with this word black. I don't give a damn. The creator already then validated me. I'm good. I'm here. So this is just what man try to do. Put titles on everything in the world. And this is the curse, because you actually believe you are black. With that one little, you know what I'm saying? With that one little situation, getting on the internet, reeling in black people, getting them pissed off. They don't, and when they react, and they don't even know. Like, I just made you react out of your own control. You feel me? I can get to you. This is how a spell works. You don't even know you under a spell. They don't know they under a spell. I do though. So let's get into what spell. Read letter by letter. Write or say the letters. Currency, signify, explain, interpret, to tell. So from 1200, utterance, something said. But look what it says: spell, story, saying, tale, history, narrative, fable, discourse, command. Spell, story, saying, tale, history, his story. What do they tell you in school? You're black, you were a slave. and they tell the peers they were slave owners. As far as history goes, that's what we can take from that. But you got to think, as a child, they're telling a child that they were slaves and other children that they were slave owners. Do you understand how crazy that is when we really think about that? They're taking control of the mind. This is the whole point. They got your mind, they got your body. So understand a child that's brain is still developing, trying to understand their connection to the world, and they're being told that they're slaves, right? Less than. The term spell, and like I said, you're told you're black. We're believing in the story, his story. We have another race telling us our goddamn history. Why is, you know what I'm saying? Why is it a black history? Why ain't history is just history? That shit all one. The fact that they, you know what I'm saying, took one race history, you know what I'm saying, or other races history and chopped them up so they can fucking rewrite them, re-narrate them. So the term spell is generally used for magical procedures which cause harm or force people to do something against their will, unlike charms for healing and protection. In general terms, the belief underlying the use of spells is that the wish that they embody will be fulfilled, regardless of its goodness or badness, so long as the formula has been correctly pronounced. Broadly speaking, then, spell and prayer, like magic and religion, to which they severely belong, can be distinguished by the nature of the intended purpose. Also in Old English, doctrine, a sermon, religious instruction or teaching, the gospel, a book of the Bible. Under what? What is that under? The definition of spell. I can't make this up. The fact that we believe that we black, you believe you African American, you can't believe you black or African American without adopting that history and that trauma that come with it, because you can't. But you got to understand that that's their label. That's their label. They created black and Negro and all of that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't create black people. They didn't create me. They created that word. I don't have to identify with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm an expression of the creator. Title. What is a title? You better use that for your material things. I'm not no material thing you could just put a title on. You know what I'm saying? I have my own worth. My worth is not seen through someone else's filter. You gave me a title and I'm just running with it. That's like you doing a job and somebody just paying you whatever they want to pay you. The fact that we believed in his story, this story that they feed in us, they needed this to be embedded in our subconscious. That's why we even have a damn Black History Month. That's a slavery trauma bond. You feel me? Slavery trauma bond. It's an emphasis on slavery. Less than. They're keeping the same frequency going now on their TV stations. They own the word black. They created that. Why would we want to be connected and identified by something that we had no goddamn connection with in creating? You feel me? We had no connection and creation with that word. We just started running with that shit. So this is the history. This is the spell that's casted when you actually believe that you're black. They got a picture all waiting. They got the image waiting for you. How you see yourself. You're seeing yourself through somebody else's eyes. Now let's look at this. Bring some insight. Hopefully, people can be liberated from this information. Understanding it. This ain't to bash religion or nobody in no religion, because it's your choice. You got to answer for whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you do. That's none of my concern. You know what I'm saying? I got my own situations. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just bringing insight. I'm just trying to break down some things so people can understand the truth of reality, so people can understand they have the power within themselves. If somebody got a problem with that, oh well. But I want to break this down to show how, the spell was casted and we became cursed. Why we shouldn't call ourselves black or associate ourselves with Negro, African American, anything that these people want to label us as. So we're going to get into this. The preparation of the following pages has been undertaken at the suggestion of friends, seconded by the convictions of my own mind that a small volume on the religious instruction of the Negroes in the United States would not be an unacceptable offering to the public, and especially the Christian public. At the present time, whatever I have before prepared or published on the subject has been freely used, whenever it has suited my purpose in the present composition. All right. Now I just want to get into some of the subtitles and the chapters. I'm going to just basically just scroll through and just read a couple of them, man, so people can just try to get a feel for what the book is about. But please do the research on your own. Account of the introduction of Negroes into the colonies under the government of Britain. Moral religious condition of the Negroes. The moral and religious condition. Say disadvantages to be encountered in prosecuting an inquiry into the moral and religious condition of the Negroes in the United States. First disadvantage, our intimate knowledge of the degraded moral character of the Negroes. Now notice how these are frequencies that's still going on today. It's no different from back then when we were segregated to right now. You know what I'm saying? They just don't have signs up saying coloreds not allowed. I'm going to show you how the foundation was set. You know what I'm saying? For this spell to be casted upon on us. So let's just get a look at this literature real quick, and then I'm gonna break down, what black means. So the third disadvantage, our latent and in many instances manifest disinclination to the full disclosure of the moral religious condition of the Negroes. Fourth disadvantage, the difficulty of obtaining an insight into the Negro character. Circumstances of the slave population, the Negro and his childhood, family, government, religious instruction, yada, 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 clothing, association, access to the scriptures, religious instruction, marriage and government, location, houses of public worship, ministers and Sabbath schools, family, government, associations, and prospects of advancement in society. So then it says, ignorance of the doctrines and duties of Christianity is prevalent among the Negroes. Intimately connected with their ignorance is their superstition. You feel me? Religion ain't nothing but superstition. Oh, you going to hell. Oh, you. So their sense of obligation to improve their religious privileges is seriously defective. They have but a poor standard of moral character and are indifferent to the general corruption of manners that prevails around them. Brief of prevailing vices, violations of marriage contract, uncleanness, theft, falsehood, quarreling and fighting, insensibility of heart, profane, swearing, drunkenness, Sabbath breaking, town and city Negroes. Classes. This is the same shit. This seemed like the goddamn foundations that was laid for, you know what I'm saying, how things are still playing out to this day. Obligations of the Church of Christ to the improvement of the moral and religious condition of the Negroes in the United States by affording them the gospel. Wow. To the Negroes in the slave states, considerations which place them first in their claims upon our benevolent attention. They are the most dependent of all people upon us for the word of life. It ain't just the word of life no more. Every goddamn thing. They are the most needy and most accessible. It is the duty of white churches in the free states to afford the gospel to the Negroes in those states. Because of their general poverty, their moral degradation, their dependence upon the whites, and of consistency. Interesting, how they actually had a slave ship on the front of the Bible. Now, I seen this when I was younger, but I had no idea what it actually was. And that's why it's good to get insight. It's good to get into the etymology, the root understanding of these words. You know what I'm saying? And these religions and things like that. So we can clearly see a goddamn slave ship on front of this Bible. And the slave ship was called Jesus. So let's get into some research about this ship. Okay, now looking into the ship Jesus of Lubeck. Now you can see the picture of the ship right there or whatnot. Built in the free city of Lubeck in the early 16th century. Ship had mostly been used for representative purposes by Henry VIII. So it's just showing how this dude ended up getting this ship, you know what I'm saying, and started transporting slaves. So I can only imagine what these people mean when they're talking about Jesus is returning. They're talking about this actual ship traveling, making rounds. It's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. So basically with all this, we just need to understand that our whole narrative, our history was given to us, you know, and that's the curse, you know, that's the spell, you know, as we seen with the definition. The fact that we go by what they want to label us, the fact that we feel lack, Black Lives Matter. That's a place of lack. That's a person getting up every day in lack until something validates them or someone validates them. That's a miserable life. So that's why I don't associate myself with black. I acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand what it's used for. You know what I'm saying? But I'm more in tune with my essence, with my DNA. You know what I'm saying? Than some title. I don't need no title. My DNA is me. You feel me? Straight from the creator. So we need to break these barriers, you know what I mean, by transcending language, transcending the language, you know. So these are their TV stations and these are their words. So they can manipulate it as they want to, you know. Can't nobody come in your house and tell you what to do. So the fact that these are their stations and they created that word black, African American, Negro, let them have it. Quit associating yourself with it. You know what I'm saying? But we can't be wanting to feel like we matter from somebody else. If you don't feel like you matter, you know what I'm saying? Nothing outside of you is going to fix that. That's a personal problem. So if you have someone fixing that problem for you, they pretty much own you. So no, it's a trick. Black Lives Matter. To feel like you lack. You're lacking something. You don't lack no validation from nobody. You know what I'm saying? We need to understand the intent and the essence of these goddamn programs and things. It sound good, Black Lives Matter, but it makes no sense. Nobody should be validating you saying you matter. Everything the creator created matters. What am I asking another man for or wanting from a group of people to validate us for? That's ignorance. That's a spell. That's witchcraft. They're creating lack. You feel me? So I'm out. Hopefully people can understand where I'm going with this. Do your own research. Look these books up. There was a couple other ones I didn't even get to put in this, but you get the point, man. Till next time. Can't save everybody.